Why, hello there, good looking. Welcome to my total body workout, supersetting all our moves using dumbbells only. And hey, this is for us women over the age of 40. Oh my goodness, I am so happy you hopped onto this workout though, because it is the bomb. You are going to love this workout, trainers promise. And if you're a part of my Fit and 15 challenge, welcome to day 15. You did it. 15 workouts in 15 days. Yes, how amazing are you? Pretty damn amazing. Now, if you didn't get in on this challenge, hey, let us get you into the next one. All you have to do are two things. The first is click subscribe, and then the second, this is the important one, is click that notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know whenever I release things such as information on my community board about upcoming free challenges. So come on, even if you don't want to do the challenge, just click the subscribe, just in case you may want to later on. Now listen, this workout, oh my, I can't wait to get going. So I'm gonna just tell you what you need and we're gonna go get busy. You need some tools. So I want you to pretty much grab every dumbbell you own. You need a pair of heavy, moderate, light, and we also need a sturdy chair, one that you can place your foot up and that you feel comfortable stepping up on as well. Now, if that doesn't interest you, don't worry, I'll show you how to work around it. All right? Awesome. Grab those tools, let's go start. Hello there, hey, welcome to my living room. I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com and I help women over the age of 40 reclaim the tush of their 20s. Hey listen, if you have not been to my workouts before, a little quick backstory about me. I've been a personal trainer, fitness instructor, coach, studio owner, you name it, I've done it for the last 25 years of my life. In addition, I'm 50 years old and that's why I started this channel. I wanted a place for those of us over the age of 40 that could get the workouts that we wanted. And here we are. So hey, I'm happy you hopped on. Now I hope you click subscribe so I can keep working with you. Now here's the scoop. We are going to warm up. I'll chat about the workout as we warm up. It's a huge workout, but oh my goodness, it's so awesome. I can't wait to show you. So let's get warmed up. I want to show you a really cool warm-up drill here. Let's start down on the ground. We are pushing the heels into the ground. I'll quickly demo, arms down by your side, and as you come up into a bridge, I'm going to lift my right arm and reach across the body as far away from my body as I can and slowly lower. Reach up, left arm, hip bridge, and slowly lower. So let's get set up here. We've got 30 seconds. It's such a great move for the hips and the shoulders. So heels in close to the bum, hip width apart, arms down by your side. Now lift your hips up, and as you do, let's lift that right arm up, reach across on a diagonal. Good, and release. This should feel good. This should feel like, oh my goodness, PJ, where has this exercise been all my life? It's been hidden from us. Push those heels, good. So we're warming up into the glutes and hamstrings, waking up the hips, waking up the shoulders, saying hello to our lats, those big muscles down the sides. There's a lot of really good stuff happening in this exercise. Take it a little slower. We're definitely moving through it so we can warm up, but we're not going fast and furious. I want you to really feel that as you reach across. 4 more. One more each side. Last one. And seated position. Situate yourself for a 90-90 stretch. If you've been in my Fit and 15 workouts, you're familiar with this. If you're not familiar, you want the front knee lined up with the hip, ankle lined up with the knee, back knee lined up with the hip, back ankle lined up with the knee. So it's 90-90. Rotate your body. You may need to place your hands behind for support, but we want to keep the feet on the ground as we windshield wiper the knees to the other direction and then rotate our body so we're square to that front leg again. Now you will travel with this move, okay? You'll travel forwards probably. Don't worry about it. We'll get you back on track when we're done. 30 seconds here. We're hitting some really deep hip rotators. All right, we're also getting the spine a little bit into the hip well, yeah, basically everything in the lower body right now. Don't forget to rotate that body so you're square to that front shin. One more each direction. And release. Come into a standing position. Let's further that hip fun. Feet just a bit wider than the shoulders for me. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. See if you can get your fingertips underneath your toes. And then drop your hips as low as possible, keeping the heels on the ground. That's important. Place the elbows on the inside of the knees. Give them a little jiggle, a little push out. And then drive up. Perfect. 3 more. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Fingers under toes, drop the hips down low, elbows resting on the inside of the knees. Listen, our hips and knees and ankles were made to do this. However, in Western culture in particular, we don't do it enough, so we've lost our ability to work our joints to their full range. So this is what I'm encouraging with this warm-up. One more time. And release it up. All right, into the lateral hip. Feet together, stepping out into a side lunge. Reach across, touch the toe with the opposite hand, and then the other direction. Now, when we do a lateral lunge or a side lunge, keep yourself squared to me. Step out, and then you push the tush rearward, okay? So we've got a neutral spine happening. 30 seconds here. I'll chat about the workout. So we are doing a version of my muscle confusion workout, which is one of my most popular earlier workouts before nobody knew about me, but it was popular. So we are supersetting the same muscle group, but we only do 1 round. So we have 5 exercises for the chest and triceps, then 5 exercises for the lower body, 5 exercises for back and biceps, and then 5 exercises for the core. So that's why an assortment of dumbbells will be needed, because by minute 5, for instance, your pecs could be completely burned out, and those dumbbells you had for exercise 1 might be a little too heavy. 1 more each side. Excellent. Feet apart, abs engaged, big arm circles for me. So yeah, it's a supersetting, but not the normal way. Most people superset, or we quite often on the channel, I'll superset upper, lower body, or front and back muscles. Today, baby, we are supersetting the same muscle group, and we are going to, torture that muscle group for 5 minutes and then move on. Now let's go the other direction. Don't leave me, okay? Now that you know that's coming. The one comforting thought is it's just 1 set. Okay, good. And shake it out. All right, grab a quick sip of water. I will demo the first move, and then, we're just gonna get into it. Okay, our first exercise is called a T push-up. So in all of these drills, the first exercise, so when we're freshest, it'll be our most challenging move, and then as we move into exercise 5, it'll require less muscle strength, coordination, etc. So T push-up is 1. You can start on the knees or the toes. Here's what the actual exercise looks like. If you're on the toes, you want your feet hip-width apart. Drop into that push-up, and then rotate so that both heels hit the ground into a side plank. Back to center, other side. To modify, take a peek on the knees, okay? Here, and then you can do this, then go onto the feet, or you can do this, stay on the knees, and rotate. Now, I understand that even a modified push-up might not be available to you. Let me show you how we can even peel that back even further for those of you just starting out, or if you do have some shoulder issues or wrist issues. We go into what's called a 4-point. So that means the wrists are slightly wider than the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We head into our push-up, okay? And then I want you to take that arm, reach up, look up. So now I'm gonna get some thoracic spine rotation, which is really good stuff. I get excited about stuff like that. So that's how you would modify that, okay? And then from there, we'll grab our dumbbells and move into a series, still working chest and triceps, on our back. Deal? Awesome. Of course it's a deal. You showed up. You've already done the hard part. You got your runners on, you got your ass into your living room or wherever you work out, you push play, and here you are. There you go. The rest is just downhill from here. Literally. Here we go. Let's get set up. So you choose what push-up pattern you want to do. Hands a bit wider than shoulders. We're not flaring those elbows up because we want to make sure we keep our shoulder joints healthy for the rest of our lives. Chin is in a bit. Here we go. Down. Feet are hip width so you can easily rotate onto each heel. So we get the benefit of our core here, both the obliques as well as our transverse while we're doing the push-up, and then into the chest, triceps, front shoulder. Make sure you're breathing. We have a 50-second work and only a 10-second transition. So when the timer goes, we will grab our heaviest dumbbells that we own and go on our backs. Time. Whew, see, that wasn't that bad. No, we don't have to do that ever again. Well, in this workout. Okay, knees are bent, hips up, elbows in, tight. Press straight up. So this is more of a tricep press. All right. Oh my goodness. And it hurts like a bugger right after those push-ups. Hips up high, just so that we can work into the glutes and low back a little bit while we put the focus here on the triceps. The pecs are also assisting, as well as your front shoulder, your anterior deltoid. Squeeze the tush. Don't flare the rib cage though. Whew. When the timer goes, you can drop down a set of dumbbells if you like. We are doing chest flies. If you're advanced, you're not dropping down. All right, you know who you are. Time. Whew, let's drop the hips. Keep ourselves in this position. Now the elbows point out. Dumbbells are above the chest. Open up for a chest fly and close. So now we've kind of eliminated the triceps. We're just moving through your shoulder joint. Oh, now making it pec dominant. Oh, but I don't know about you. My triceps are freaking screaming at me. Yeah, I almost said the F word. I'm trying not to. I may say other words, but I'm trying not to say the F word. At least not on camera. Come on, don't be crazy. I cannot not say that in life. Time. Whew. Okay, now we're going into a traditional chest press. If you need to drop your dumbbells down, go for it. I have 15s. I'm going to try and hang in there. Elbows lined up with shoulders. Press straight up and lower. We have a straight arm plank coming up, so it's more of an isometric hold for the pecs and front shoulder, and then we move on. So hang in there, team, we're almost there. Are you breathing? Good job. All right, come on up. Whew, let's get rid of those dumbbells. Now, if you have problems with your wrists, I want you to do a forearm plank. Otherwise, everybody else, wrists under shoulders, high plank. To modify, whether you're on the hands or the forearms, you can drop the knees. Head is looking up just a little bit, okay? From here, if you'd like, you can increase the intensity and touch the shoulders. Or more advanced people, touch your knees. When you come back after touching, if you're doing the knees though, make sure you come back to high plank. Slow and controlled. Abs are fired up while we hold this isometric pose for the upper body. Time. Whew. All right, shake out those arms. Great job. Moving into the legs now. We'll give the upper body a bit of a break. We do need your chair for this. Let me demo the first couple of moves, and then I'll also show you how to modify or just get rid of the move if it's just not really interesting you. You can hold on to 1 or 2 dumbbells. Now, once again, remember, we start with the most challenging exercise as move 1. So know that this first one's gonna suck, and then we move to easier moves. All right, Bulgarian lunge, with or without dumbbells. I've got my back foot elevated. I'm gonna come down and press through my front heel. 50 seconds is up, the other leg. Now, if having your foot on the chair doesn't interest you, no worries, stationary lunge. And if you have sensitive knees, you just bend the knees as low or as much as feels comfortable for you. Secondary exercise after we've done both legs is we'll hold on to 1 dumbbell, side, step up, so side. I might lose my head in the frame, but you understand what I'm doing here. Stepping up and down. Yes? Awesome. Now, if side stepping on your furniture doesn't interest you, you're going to give me a one-legged squat instead, and we've done this in the past. You can kickstand the non-working leg a little bit to give you some assistance. You want all the work in that one leg, and then push up and drive up. Your ideal goal, though, is to try do a full one-legged squat. But again, you've got that option to kickstand that leg. Once again, with or without dumbbells, okay? So this is a really easy, dumbbells are a really easy way for you to peel back the intensity if you need it, and that's right, increase the intensity too when you need it. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to a pair of 15s for the Bulgarian lunges, and yeah, basically not gonna like myself tomorrow when I try to get off a toilet, but hey, what the hell? Okay, get set up, crew. Grab 1 dumbbell. If you're holding on to 1, I find holding up here for the chest on the lunges the most comfortable. With or without the chair, totally up to you. Let's begin. My back laces are resting. Okay, I've got a good stride away from that chair and focus my stare on something stationary to help with my balance. Shoulders are pulled back and down. I've got that spine alignment. You can always tell when I'm struggling, I don't talk. Whew, time, thank goodness. Okay, let's do the other leg. And then remember, tell those legs of yours, we're just doing 1 set, okay? Here we go. Down and slowly press up. And then take a peek. Your knee's gonna travel forward a bit, there's no doubt about it, but you don't want it jutting right past the toe box, or if you feel you can't keep the heel on the ground, then that means you don't have that front leg far enough away from your chair. Readjust your posture. I just felt mine start to go. Shoulders pulled back and down. So right now in Vancouver, surprise, surprise, is pouring rain, but it's super muggy. Yeah, it's just pouring. Time. It's a good day to film a workout. All right, here we go. Single leg step ups or single leg squats, your choice. Press up, whew, and down. Legs are a little wobbly right now. Now when we come down, I want you to lower down slowly. Don't let gravity take over, okay? Same goes when you are doing the one-legged squat. Lower your tush down slow all the way down. Don't get to that last little bit and just let the tush go and sit down. When the timer goes, other leg. Time. Whew. That one's a little burny. Nice and tall in the spine. Once again, you can get rid of your dumbbells. You can add more. Hold on to 2 for more advanced. Or if you have lighter dumbbells, and a 5 isn't just going to cut it for you, hold on to both. We're moving on to a one-legged RDL coming up. It's a Romanian deadlift. I figured we did a Bulgarian lunge. We need to balance that out. Do a Romanian deadlift. Time. All right, you can get rid of your chair. Dumbbell in your right hand, so you won't be mirroring me. Okay. Body weight in my right leg. Okay, now from here, I'm gonna just bend my knee a bit and then hip hinge and try to get the bottom of my dumbbell to tap my ground. So it's a hip hinge, neutral spine, bit of a knee flexion, and then from there it's coming through the hip joint. So I work into the glutes and the hamstrings. As I come forward, I push my hips back, and then I push through my heel and drive all the way up and squeeze my glutes on that top part. Now this other leg, my left leg, slightly behind me. Just a little bit of body weight in that toe to help me with my balance and stability. And then from there, I want everything into that right side. Shoulders are squared, abs engaged. Time. Other side. See, this one's not so bad, right? Like I said, we start with the worst, we work our way down. Here we go, softness in that knee, push your hips rear, and then push through the heel, drive up. Come into full hip extension for me, so legs straight, push the hips forward a bit. When the timer goes, we're moving into a sumo squat. So remember to be aware that this is a little bit of a knee flexion, and then we want 75% of the rest of the work coming through that hip joint, okay? Time. Standing, facing me. Toes are slightly turned out, all right, and feet are wide. Dumbbells dangling in between the legs. Bend the knees, trough them with the toes. Dumbbell hits your ground again and drive up. Straighten the legs, push through the hips. Good job, sumo squat. Now, if you're like me, where I could probably go down a little lower, but my dumbbell's stopping me, hold on to your dumbbell post and then go down lower. See if you can get down past parallel to the ground with your legs. That's going to get your tush fired up some more. When the timer goes, we are simply going to hold an isometric squat. So that one may suck. Super motivating, aren't I? Yeah, that one's going to suck. You should just go now. Save yourself the headache. No, don't you dare go, okay? We've committed so far. Time. All right, I'm going to go no dumbbell because I know what this one's going to feel like by 20 seconds in. Keep those feet wide for me. Keep the chest up, head up, drop down. See if we can get the legs parallel to your ground, and then lift the upper body up a bit. And we just hold here till the timer goes, and that's it for legs. Maybe do a little prayer. Please help me through this. See what I mean? We're about 20 seconds in and my thighs are screaming. But we got this, we got this. We can do 50 seconds, come on. See if you can sink down a little lower. Oh yeah, I love it. You're a maniac just like me. Come on. Almost there. Time. Ha ha. Great job. Let's shake out those legs. Maybe grab a sip of water if you need it. We're moving into our back moves. Moving into our back moves. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you what the moves look like, or the first one actually, because that's the only one that you may want to sub out. The rest of them, you'll be good to go no matter where you are. Okay. So, renegade rows, couple options, okay? You can have your hands on your dumbbells and row up. You can have one dumbbell under the chest, alternate. That's probably where I'm going to go. I'm using a 15 for this move. I find having my hands on the dumbbells hurts my hands. I'm a bit of a princess that way. Now, you can also go on the knees, okay? And then if you're still not interested in that, I want you to go in that 4-point I was talking about earlier with the push-up, and you will alternate like so. Okay? So options, no matter where you are on your fitness journey. From there, we'll stand and drop down our dumbbells for a high pull to hit our posture muscles. This is actually a really good little series here for the spine and for the posture muscles. So let's get set up. You grab what dumbbell you need, get in what position you need to get the intensity, and feet apart if you're joining me with straight legs, because we want to keep those hips squared so the core is working, and begin. Neck lines up with the spine. Bum stays down. Make sure you're breathing. Time, good job. All right, I'm grabbing a pair of 12s. You want moderate weight on your end. Standing for me, dumbbells in front of your thighs. Now pretend you're zipping up a zipper at the front of the body. Bring the dumbbells up, and then thumbs are higher than pinkies at that end range. High pull, here we go. Good. If you've been in the Fit in 15 challenge, you know we've done this a few times. It's a really great posture move, and we all could use a little posture work after the age of 40. Oh hell, actually, there's a lot of kids that could use some posture work. Let me rephrase that. Breathe. Woo-wee. Moving into a reverse fly when the timer goes. I'm going to drop my dumbbells time right here down to 10 pounds. Now, hip hinge for me. Hands, knees bent, hands under the chest, and then turn the thumbs so they're facing away from you. And now lift up into that reverse fly. So thumbs pointed up, I find really helps, especially with people who have history of shoulder impingement. It's also going to help us isolate our rear delt a bit more. Now we want to make sure too that neutral spine is there. So hinging from the hip, pushing the bum back. Don't let yourself pause too much when the arms are under the chest, okay? Boom, get back into that next rep. Remind those back muscles, it's just one set, just one set. Time. All right, no dumbbells. Down on your back for me. You don't need to watch me. I'm going to cue you verbally. Toes tucked in, grip the mat. Hands light behind the ears. Now just lift the chest up, the ground, and down. Perfect. So if you took a peek at me, I want you now to look down. So that neck lines up with the spine. Breathe. Working extensors in the low back now. See if you can keep the elbows lifted the entire time so we've got constant tension on those mid-back muscles as well. So my fingertips are just resting really lightly against each temple. We're staying in this position, time right now, so stay in this position. Now extend the arms straight out. Palms are facing down. Now lift the chest up and you're just gonna hold the chest like this. So it's an isometric hold. Now lift the arms up and pull the elbows in towards the rib cage and straighten them up above you. Do it again. So we keep that isometric hold for the low back extensors by lifting the chest slightly and holding that. And then from there, we're moving the arms, shoulders, bringing those elbows down to the rib cage and straightening them right back above the head. Try to keep the hands off the floor the entire time. And if you need posture work, your posture muscles right now should be screaming at you and letting you know, hey, hey, train me some more. But this is our last move, so tell those muscles we're almost there. Time. Nicely done. If you want, give your back a bit of a stretch. Sit back on your heels, walk your hands forward. We're almost there, you guys. We're moving into our core section, and then that is the workout. All right, slowly come on up. If you need a little sip of water, go for it. Just take a little one, though. I find doing core work, too much water sloshes around. Now we're starting with the most intense ab drill and working our way down. Starting with a plank on the forearms, you have an opportunity to go on the knees or the toes, and we simply hold it there for 50 seconds. Okay? Of course, okay. All right, so this is also gonna burn out the shoulders some more. Here we go, let's get set up. You choose knees or toes, or start on the toes, and if you can't hold it anymore, then tap the knees down. Just whatever you do, don't stop the plank. Promise? Okay, good. Elbows under shoulders, feet hip width apart. Good. Find neutral spine. So what you could do is overarch the back, think of cat and cow. So overarch the back and now tuck the bum right under and now go in between those two moves, and that should be neutral for you. So everybody's neutral spine's different. Neck lines up with the spine. We're lying on our back for the next ab exercise. Are you breathing? Good job. Just thought I'd ask. Time. All right. Hands underneath the bum so that we've got a pelvic tilt happening. Extend the legs. The lower the legs, the harder the move. Lift the head up and look at the toes and flutter. So to modify, we could drop the head and bring the legs up higher. It was a toss-up between this one and the plank being the worst of the core. The plank won. This is definitely a close second. That's why it's number 2 in our list. Deep ab muscles working here. When the timer goes, we have 25 seconds of a side plank, and then I'll cue you. We'll do the other side to finish off the set. If your neck gets tired, just drop the head. And then when you can again, lift it up. See if you can get your shoulder blades off the mat. Time. All right, side plank. You'll have that option. All right, you can be on the bottom knee, or you can join me full on. Now we need to move quickly because it's, again, 25 seconds a side so that we stay in that 50-second workspace. So I'll let you know when we've got a few seconds left, and then we'll quickly rotate to the other side. All right, we're going to rotate in 3, 2, 1. You can just turn right over. When the timer goes, onto our backs for alternating leg down. Hips up high, good job. Time. Arms down by your side, legs extended. Pull your abs in and anchor your low back onto your ground. Keeping that anchor, slowly lower one leg down, back up, and the other leg. And now, if that feels okay for you, then do both legs. But at no point, now back to single, at no point do you want the low back to lift off, or do you want to encounter low back pain. So maybe just stay with singles if you felt pain doing the doubles, or if you couldn't control that low back to your mat. And breathe. We have a bent knee bicycle crunch coming up. And then we're done. Time. Keep the legs bent, feet on the ground, hands light behind the head. Lift your left knee and rotate and twist. Elbow, opposite elbow, come into that knee. Exhale when you lift up. This is our last move, you guys. Whew, abs are on fire. I love it. Isn't this awesome? Come on, this is awesome. Time, nicely done. Let's straighten those legs, bring the arms overhead and give the abs a stretch. Reach at fingertips to toes on a big inhale. Exhale, relax. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach at fingertips to toes. Exhale, relax. Lift your left leg straight up for hamstring stretch. If you have tight hamstrings or sensitive low back, I want you to bend your other leg. Otherwise, keep it straight and think about extending and pressing that opposite heel into your ground while we press that left leg up towards our ceiling. Now lift the head up, tuck the chin in and lower down so the back of the neck is longer than the front. And just breathe into the back of your thighs. Bend this left leg, take the right hand, draw that knee right across the body, and then anchor yourself with that left arm, lining up with the shoulder, palm up. Stretching into your glutes here, maybe into the low back. So if you're ever doing stretches, just a little tip, and an instructor or myself says you should be feeling it here, and you don't worry, you're not doing it wrong. You may feel it in areas that are tight on you, right? It's your body. If you generally look like you're doing what the instructor's doing, if your shape is about the same, then you are probably tighter in different areas. Now listen here, you guys, I want you to bend your right leg and see if you can grab onto the foot with that left hand. And now inhale nice and big through the nose. And on that exhale, try to drop that left shoulder to the ground. Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Try to drop that shoulder again closer to the ground. We're still anchoring that right leg while we pull that we're still anchoring that left leg while we pull that right heel to the bum. Getting my left and rights mixed up. While we also get a beautiful spinal rotation with this. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, see if you can rotate a bit more and get that left shoulder blade, shoulder, back of the arm fully on the ground. And release. Love that stretch. All right, right leg straight up in the air. That feels okay. Try straightening your other leg, pressing that left heel into the ground. Now bend that right leg, left hand comes across, pulls that knee across, and then we want to anchor the right arm and shoulder by extending that right arm shoulder height, palm up. So this is going to give us a stretch through that right side pec, tricep in front of your shoulder while we get into that right side glute, hip, or again, like I said, you may feel it in other spots as well. Totally fine. Now let's bend that left leg, grab onto the foot with the right arm, or with the right arm. I got it right that time. Now deep breath in, yay me, I learned my left and rights today. Inhale nice and deep through the nose. Now as we exhale, I want you to try to drop that right shoulder, right arm down to your ground, turn your head to your right as well, and hold. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, try to drop down a bit deeper. Last time, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, shoulder, back of the arm pressing into the mat. And release. Woo! I love that stretch. I call it my pretzel stretch. Really, what else could you call it? Big toes together, knees open, arms mat width, or if you don't own a mat, you just want them a bit wider than your shoulders. Sit your butt back, forehead to the ground, and stretch the sides of the body and the low back. And really just let yourself release into this stretch. So pay attention to this tightness in the hips. See if you can just breathe into that tightness. Allow that bum of yours to sit back a bit more. Slowly come on up. Finishing off with our hip flexor stretch. Left leg, ankle ahead of the knee slightly. Back knee lines up at the hip. Lunge forward just a bit. Now let's incorporate some tricep stretch while we do this. Take that right hand, place it in between the shoulder blades. Now take the left arm and just walk that hand down the back a bit more and lean away from that right hip. So I'm so happy you joined me here. I'm going to face you. I'm so happy you joined me. Thank you. And if you did the Fit in 15 challenge, make sure you check in on Patreon. This is our last workout. I'm so damn proud of everybody. Let's do the other side. So back knee lines up with the hip, front leg slightly ahead of the knee, and then lunge forward to line the knee up. Left hand behind the head, walk it down and lean away. So I hope you subscribed to the channel. I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And then for everybody, drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And if you've been to my workouts in the past, hey, we could use your help on Patreon. It's literally due to the support of all of the amazing people there, men and women, that we can keep the YouTube channel going. So for as little as $3 a month, you can help us keep the workouts on YouTube. And that's really like the cup and a half of coffee, right? If you buy 16-ounce coffee, for me in Canada, it's $2.35. So add another 70 solid cents. Notice how quick I did that math, the 65 cents. And boom, you can help us keep these workouts going. And release. We did it! Bravo! Hey, thank you so much for joining me, because it would have been awfully lonely without you. Have a great rest of your day, and bravo for getting this workout done.